Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. People, get on in here, get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, of course, today we are here to talk about Yellowjackets season 2, episode 2. Let me go ahead and bring in my co-host. First, we got, coming from Queens, bringing her hammer, ready to lay it down.
What's up,
Moochie.
y'all? Hey, Queens
And
is in the building.
yes. And then we have your favorite diva.
Hey,
Nita. What's going on, ladies?
yes. Hey, Tamika. Hey, Moochie.
Hi.
Doing good. Me and Moochie twinning today.
Yes, I like to hear. So of course you guys, whatever channel you are watching from, whether it's Nita channel, Moochie channel, my channel, make sure y'all hit that like, make sure y'all subscribe to all of us. If you just so happen to be watching on, Facebook, come on over if you can. If you can't, make sure you hit the like over there. Just let us know what you thought about the episode, what y'all rating it, and all of that good stuff. We want to hear from y'all. So you ladies, what did y'all think about this episode? Listen, we had a couple things, right? We was getting some petitions, some things we brought up came up in the episode. Nita hit the nail on the head with something. We gonna get all into all of that. What was y'all overall
Yes.
thoughts on it? Who wanna go first?
You can go, Moochie.
I'll go first. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. We're getting closer and closer to the meat and potatoes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long Ben is gonna last, but
Mm-hmm.
Coach Ben, I think his days is numbered. What else? Shauna, I don't know. I think they coming for her and they gonna put the silver bracelets on Shauna. I think
Play
she's
fight.
like going down. So I don't know. It depends on how she does with the question and if she listens to Misty, maybe she might do well. But like I said, overall, I think it was a good
Mm-hmm.
episode.
For me, it was one of them clutch my pearls episodes, especially the end. Gosh,
Mm.
getting that,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna hold.
talk
I was.
about taking one for the team.
Yeah,
What? Girl,
that was crazy.
no. That
That was
was
Yeah.
absolutely insane. So yeah, like Tamika said, we did hit on some things, so we're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited.
Hey Savannah, thanks for coming through.
Yes.
hi Savannah. Hello.
What's up, Daria?
Hey Daria.
So yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Shout out to Moochie for sending me these screenshots.
All right.
um, so well, I think before we got to this part, we kind of was having a back and forth, and we were seeing that they was all just kind of stuck in there from the snow. And Shauna, as you would expect, was still in her feelings. I think Ty was trying to like get her to at least drink water. She didn't want to, and they was kind of fighting to get out once they seen that the snow had stopped. And that snow was real high. And I don't know y'all, but when I first moved in this building as a little girl, I remember the snow being like that. I don't know if it's because I was so small, but that we had a snowstorm one year, child. You couldn't get
Yeah.
the door open, and when you did, the snow was high just like that.
Hmm.
So
Right.
it made me think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You
was
know,
actually in
you remember it
1996
right
for
because
us.
that's I remember walking to school in the snow being up to your knees, and you still went to
Yes.
school, yo. They
Yeah.
closed
Mhm.
school so easily. Then you used to go to school, and then and you might have a different day in school, but yeah, I remember
Right.
all of that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can remember
Yeah.
the blizzard in DC that rocked us. It was in 1996, the year I graduated. So it was is yeah. It's few and far between, but
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely experienced the snow like that.
Right. Hey EJ, thanks for coming through.
Yes.
Hey, EJ.
Okay.
If y'all are not subscribed to EJ the TV Junkie, make sure y'all check her out and subscribe to her. We will be talking about, Queen Charlotte tomorrow for anybody that's interested in that.
Hmm.
But either one of y'all want to talk about this beginning? Like we got all the girls together now.
With them
We
coming
trying to
here?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nita. You go first. I'll go behind you.
I didn't have much to say about this. I mean, it was like one of those things. Like it's like one of those eerie things. Like, how did everybody paths come to converge right now at this place or whatever? But
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was too. It started out as a nothing burger. So right now it's just like, okay, they're trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out what's going on and stuff like that.
Right.
Hmm.
Hey,
Yeah. I think Ty and Van was the two that really was like, what are y'all talking about? They wasn't feeling it, which was a little interesting. Even though we get it, time has passed. Of course, you ain't gonna be looking at things in the same way. But in contrast to when Van was younger, her being the one that was kind of mainly on board, and now her being the one that's like, why are you even, entertaining this at all? And what the heck are y'all talking about? And of
Hmm.
course, them, even now, well, we ain't so shocked about Misty because Misty kind of goes along with anything, especially it seems like whatever Natalie is wanting to do. But we kind of getting Natalie and Misty saying, "Oh yeah, this is a good thing, and we could get some good stuff out of this." Hey, Miss K,
Hey, Miss
hey,
K.
okay.
so yeah, I thought that was interesting, and of course, they all kind of choosing different therapy that they feel like may help them.
Right.
So
But you know
now
what
when
I
they,
wanted to say with that?
hmm
The two, I was surprised that Van was reluctant to do it because, like you said, how Ty was on board before, and also the part uh where Shauna was reluctant too because she never liked it from the beginning, even when they was doing it back when they was lost.
Right.
So
yeah,
she
yeah,
was reluctant. She didn't know what it's like, and Misty's already skeptic. She's just there being nosy, but she's not
hmm
really partaking in anything.
right,
She's just it
Right.
seems like she's just like gathering information
Yep. Just look.
with her
exactly.
nosy self.
Right.
Definitely, she definitely wanted to know what was going on.
Hmm.
So of course, when they did finally get the door open, like I said, Ty was initially, trying to see if Shauna could drink water. She was saying maybe stretch your legs. If you want me to go with you, I'll go with you. But she didn't want to be bothered with anybody. I thought this part was interesting with her kind of, doing her burial or whatever. On one hand, I wanted them to show the baby because I'm still kind of curious, like if they was eating on the babies and the baby gonna look a certain way,
Right. Right.
and if they wasn't, then it's not. So, but I kind of thought they didn't show it on purpose, and then that may have been too much too. What was
Right.
your thoughts on that?
It made me think: was they eating a placenta and she thought it was the baby?
Mm,
Oh,
That's
okay.
what it made me think.
Okay.
And she
that's a
walked
good
out on that
one,
and saw that.
Okay.
right?
Okay. That does make a lot of sense.
And
Now,
then everybody was leaving in the comments last week that
Mm-hmm.
during an interview they confirmed that it what they didn't eat the baby. So I'm thinking it was the placenta. She did
Okay.
see those bloody
okay.
faces. She did
Okay.
see all of
Mm-hmm.
that.
Okay. That does
That
I
that
would
mean,
makes
be
what's
a lot
y'all
of
take?
interesting.
Y'all do y'all feel that way?
Yeah, that
I
sounds good.
Yeah, that does sound good because that's what I was kind of like thinking about. Like, did they really actually eat it? I know some of us was saying last week, yeah, we don't put nothing past these people. And
Right.
of course they,
Yeah.
but that kind of makes sense with it being placenta. And some people do save that and be saying it helps with certain things,
Yeah, yeah,
child.
yeah, yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that
Trust
would be
That's the only
interesting.
thing I could think of because I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, she had to for her to sit there and say she remembered what she saw, and
Mm-hmm.
that's she saw what she saw.
Yeah.
But I
Mm-hmm.
know they gave her the mushrooms and that made her
Mm-hmm.
trip out a bit.
Right.
But I can't say she didn't see what she see. She
Right.
didn't see
Right.
that.
Right.
She saw
Mm-hmm.
that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's a
Yes.
good one. That's a good one, Moochie.
Yeah,
I'm right
I
there
like
with
that.
you.
Hey, Khadijah.
Hey, Khadijah. I think I want to say that it's a possibility that they didn't eat the baby and they were
Mm-hmm.
eating the placenta.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. That makes a lot of sense to me. But if she's burying the baby now, it's not. There may be a chance that we may revisit this because then the baby will be frozen
Right.
initially. But I don't know. Like after somebody passed, yeah, I felt like she buried him right away though. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
there is a
Played with it
chance.
all night.
Yeah, she was
She
holding him
laid,
all night
she
long.
had baby all night.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how that works. So yeah, I was just wondering. But it could like come back up like later on
Mm-hmm.
if because they are starving. So
Yeah.
they keep saying that over and over and over again.
Right.
So, yeah, but I love
Hey
what they
Vaughn, thanks for coming through. Yeah, I kind of felt to a certain degree too that she went out to bury him just to make sure that they wasn't gonna be able to, eat him or eat whatever was left. Like she was like, no, I'm gonna go ahead and put my baby to rest. So
right.
I don't know, yeah. But of course, then we also have Van and Ty sitting outside having a conversation. Ty was kind of feeling, I think they all was feeling they different ways about, everything that happened after what happened with the baby or whatever. And she was just kind of venting to her about that. And they was both kind of having two different, outlooks.
Well, I feel like Van had the realest outlook. That was the realest conversation they had since they've been there
Hmm.
where she's ready to face reality, but she don't understand why she's still here. Because remember when that plane went down, she was on fire. She was
Hmm.
on fire and got out of that plane. So I think it's that. Plus, then she got attacked by the wolves. So it's
Hmm.
just like
And they
why?
was ready to burn
What
her
is
up
my
then.
purpose? Exactly. What is
Right.
my purpose? Yeah, they was gonna burn her up then. That's
Yep.
the second
Hmm.
time.
Yep.
And she feels like, what is my purpose? If I survived all of this, a plane crash, the fire, bitten by the wolves, my friends thinking I'm dead, setting me on
Hmm.
fire.
Yeah.
That was
What is
crazy.
my purpose?
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think she got a greater purpose because even when you go to the future and what her diagnosis, I'm gonna take my track shoes off.
Hmm.
We're not there yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I still feel like we're gonna see something happen. Like she does hold a greater purpose, and we're just
Yeah, definitely. I agree with y'all with
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, so of
oh
course, poor coach. We've been saying for probably like the last 2, 3 weeks that coach is on his last leg. I didn't really know what was happening with this scene because I know he keeps seeing the boyfriend. He keeps having flashbacks to his old life, but it started seeming like it was changing last week, where instead of him just having the memories of being back home before the crash or whatever, where it's like he's actually visioning him being there with him. And then the boyfriend, I guess, was like getting a call and saying, oh, I'm gonna tell him, and it's time to go. You knew you couldn't be here this whole time, something along them lines. And he was like, I don't understand what you mean. He's telling him to sit down. They got to talk, but then he never really talked to him. He just kind of was like, okay, we all love you, but and I love you, but I gotta go. What did y'all get from this? And that just kind of sent him over the edge where he really was like
yeah. He's
bugging out.
starving. He is bugging. He is delirious. It's just like things are playing. Did y'all notice that the intro was slightly different?
Yeah,
Like,
that's Atlanta Morissette.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm just
That's
saying, just the way it's normally sang versus,
Right.
That's
you
Atlanta
know.
Morissette. She did it over. She likes the show.
Oh, okay. I thought it
Yeah,
was trying
it
to
was
tell us
cool. I thought it
something.
was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was trying to tell us something though.
Yes,
Nah, they
Khadijah,
did
you
it. They did.
definitely have to
She's a
check
fan
this
of the
out.
show, and she wanted to do the theme over.
Okay,
They showed her. They showed a
recording it.
clip of it of her
Hmm.
singing it.
Okay.
I thought it was cool, but like they talked about it on Showtime, like how she's like really a fan of the show, and she wanted to do the theme song over, and they was like all for it too.
Yeah. Now this
Okay.
whole thing with Coach and how he keeps slipping in and out of this dream state or this alternate
Hmm.
reality, and then it's like the TV is like a TV distortion or something.
Right.
Like, what is going? I'm still trying to figure out. I feel like it's something else at play here. I don't know what. I don't know if he's like half sleep, half awoke. Is he like having these fever dreams? Like, what is going on? Like, something is kind of telling him to do something. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know. It's like his dreams is telling him like he's going to follow the guy out the thing, And I was just like, well, where is he going? And then next thing you know, see where he end up at, and we'll get there. But I can't tell what it is. This alternate reality thing that we're doing. I
Yeah.
don't have a clue of what that means.
Yeah, and he seemed to be lost and disturbed by it as well. And then he went outside and just kind of like screamed because he was actually yelling his name, and then he just let out a scream. And they looking like, "Are you
Paul,
okay? What's going on with you?"
Hello.
Paul. They was like, Coach Ben.
You okay?
Yes, but Coach Ben, I mean, no pun intended, but Coach Ben on his last leg for a
Oh, yeah,
minute now.
he literally was on his
Literally and
last leg.
figuratively.
Hmm.
He's on his last leg right now.
Definitely.
Because
So, of
I think
course,
you know what I thought about it.
mhm.
I thought it was like saying it's almost time for him,
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how I was
and
taking it
that's
too.
you know
That's
how
how.
he was getting.
Hmm.
That's what I got from it. You know,
Yeah, I definitely agree.
he was like, almost time for what?
Right. Hmm.
Shoot,
I
almost time for you to
definitely
be
agree with
To
that.
fight the big one.
Look,
From me, girl.
So of course they
Paul.
had all decided that they was gonna partake in this, and they was gonna see where it go, and they all chose different things that they was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And Shauna with this daggone goat child, she was like, "What this got to do with self care?" I chose self care. I would have been saying the same thing too, though. She's like, "I thought it was gonna be some type of mud bath, okay, massage,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
something along them lines." She had a whole fit of with this goat.
Yeah, I thought this was crazy.
Hmm.
I actually thought this was kind of like some symbolism because if we're cutting between from what happened back in the day
Hmm.
and what's going on and kind of like the reveal that we get when she kind of has that breakdown talking about being a parent and stuff like that.
Right.
And I think she was assigned this goat to kind of like maybe try to heal some kind of trauma, take care of something, nurture something
Hmm.
in a different way so that she can parent better, like you know kind of because
Yeah, because she definitely got emotional and was kind of having a back and forth. First, she didn't want to take it at all. Then it was like, of course, when she took it, I think that's the
Oh, when he
next.
ate the rope.
Yeah, and he ended up eating the roach. It was like all of that made her emotional, and she did bring up her daughter with when she was talking to Lottie, like, and how she felt. Then she thought they was gonna be sacrificing the goat after she took
Yeah,
care.
because usually she's usually in charge of the animals like that when she was out there in that field.
Hmm.
Remember, she was basically
the
fixing
hunt.
them and preparing them for them to eat.
Right.
She was in that little shed
Hmm.
where they take the animals after they would find them.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, she thought she was gonna have to really get to know this kid because that's what it was,
Hmm.
and then voila, you gotta cut his, take
Right.
him out.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to say that. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so she was definitely getting emotional with that. And it was funny because at the same time, of course, Misty was supposed to be getting in this tank, and she felt the way about that. She telling her she gonna go use the bathroom, and then that's when she kind of bumped into, Shauna looking for the goat. That's when she was like, wait a minute, he done bit the rope and gone. So she ain't want to do hers either that she chose. She's like, what the heck this got to do with anything with me getting in the tank? I ain't gonna lie, I may not have wanted to get in that tank either because I'm claustrophobic.
Right. Yeah.
Yo.
I just have a trust thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
But she
I
said
probably
it
would have
was
did.
no lock on it.
Right.
You could leave whenever you want,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but you have to do some sort of therapy. She was there for 24 hours and didn't do anything.
Hmm.
She skated by a lot of stuff
Right.
and
Yeah.
almost got over not doing that.
Hmm. Yeah, she talking about she going to the bathroom and her behind is all the way
Mm-hmm.
in the
In the
woods somewhere
woods.
else.
In the woods talking to Shauna.
Oh God. So uh either one of y'all want to talk about this? When she did get in there, she did start to see stuff. First, it was like a little spooky. I was like, what's going on here? But, I guess this was her way of getting to her revelations.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Is that the guy from Ben and Snap? Is that too?
Is it?
from because I don't know, for
I
some
don't
reason
even
I
know. I
thought
know
it was.
his face looked familiar
He
though.
reminds me of the dude from Legally Blonde when they did Ben Snap.
You know, it might be.
Like,
His
wow. You
face
know how
definitely
he's
looks,
like,
but
and
the
the one
beak
with
is
the
throwing me
person, he
off.
the bend and snap. It works every time. The one that
Right.
says like that.
You might be right. The beak is
Yeah.
throwing me off. That's why I can't really tell.
And he was also in the other movie. Oh, I won't say Post. He wasn't in Post. He was in American Horror.
Oh,
I think he
okay.
was somebody in there. Yeah, he was the guy in American Horror.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he was. He was. I was saying that he looked you know, familiar, but I couldn't think of where it was from.
Mm-hmm.
So he was kind of, well, I'm assuming that this was just her thoughts. Of course, it came to her with her seeing him, but it felt like she was trying to kind of convince herself that no, you're not this, bad person, and you're not a serial, taker outer.
Mm-hmm.
You just basically are a closer. I think that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And you deserve love and all that kind of stuff. So we did see her um kind of have like a fantasy about our friend that we figured
Mm-hmm.
like we're gonna see him
Right.
again. He gonna be calling her or she gonna be calling him.
Yeah.
So
I
we was
forgot the
right
name of
with
the
that.
song they was singing though.
Yes. I was like, really be going into a musical
They
now?
would the whole thing with that owl dancing.
Right. It was perfect for Misty though.
But did she
But
really
Hmm.
see him as the owl, or is she like, I'm not like, because remember she saw that, like, she had a lucid dream when she saw that bird, like she was
Hmm.
dreaming.
right.
So I'm like, well,
I felt like I saw him. I saw him in, like I saw his face, and then
mhm,
I saw the bird. Did y'all see that?
yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
the
I'm
thing was,
holding
I
my
liked the little heart.
breath.
She realized that she loved him more.
Hmm.
And that there was something going on. I said, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay."
Yes.
I
Hmm.
think that actually worked out in her favor. You know, she was trying to keep herself from doing it, but it really was like a benefit, like to ease her mind and
Hmm.
have her think about it in a different way, not being a
Right.
taker outer, but you know, just a closer. We get the job done.
Hmm.
Exactly.
So it's good to change your mindset. So yeah, and it worked out.
Hmm.
I thought it was
Yeah,
cute.
because I think at one point, even when her and Shauna was having the conversation, Shauna kind of said, I'm not like you. I don't do things the way that you do or whatever. Of course, it bothers me. And she's like, why does everybody think I'm, a certain way? It's like, because Misty, you kind of are, girl.
Yes. It's like, come on now.
Right.
Hmm.
They've been
I'm
saying
waiting
that
till you
since
get
she was
to
young.
the pastime, Misty, when we ready to talk about that.
So, do y'all think that I mean, I wanted her to call him, but do you think she should have left all of that on the message that she left? Do you think that was just right, or she should have waited till they saw each other?
I look,
That was a lot.
I'm trying not to put my track shoes on, but this phone call I feel like she shouldn't have made,
Mm-hmm.
because now I feel like, and we saw what happens with
Mm-hmm.
Shauna and her getting
Right.
roped up, her getting, her getting
Mhm.
jammed up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how she gonna hold when they start questioning her. Is she gonna hold like how Misty trained her?
Right. Mm-hmm. That's the big
Cause this she
question.
might lead her right to all of them.
Exactly.
Right.
Cause
Exactly. I
remember,
don't
all of them
know.
is there that participated in that,
Right.
It was a
except for
little too
Van.
much for me. I was like, oh girl,
Yeah.
diarrhea of the mouth. What is going
Yeah,
on?
I felt like
Hmm.
she was doing too much. And then it was funny when she was hanging up and it was like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. It's like, girl, you leaving a message.
No, she was out of control.
Misty is definitely a lot. So, speaking of going back and forth and getting to the young Misty, she kind of overhears them where people are now kind of saying like, well, for one, I felt like they was blaming her for Shauna, what happened with Shauna's baby. And then two, we want to know what really did happen with her and Christine, right? She could have possibly took her out too. Like, what did y'all think about that? Because I was wondering when they was gonna bring it up and if anybody was gonna feel that way. We didn't really talk about her the last time because we were stuck in there with the storm and we had Shauna giving birth. So now we kind of talking about her, and it's like if that was supposed to be her friend, how come she ain't saying let's go look for her or
Right.
any of that kind of stuff, and she overhearing them.
She overhearing everything. She
Mm,
she loves when she gets praised.
yeah.
Right.
She
Hmm.
loves when
Kind
she
of
get
felt bad
praised.
for her a little bit in that sense, but at the same time, I feel like her lying about it keeps me like I can't feel too sorry for you because,
Hmm.
girl, no,
Yeah.
I didn't like her lying about it. It definitely didn't have to be.
Yeah. To me, she could have told them, even if she was gonna blame it on the storm and the wind or whatever, than just saying, oh, she disappeared. That just didn't never make sense to me.
Right.
Hmm.
But so of course, they still kind of think of her as weird or whatever. And then when she overhears them, she comes in and puts on her big, performance, asking everybody for help.
Hmm.
Which was it Travis? I think Travis was like, yeah, she do got a point because look how long, Harvey lasted out there, but it also wasn't big snowstorms like it was now, with the
Exactly.
whole Harvey situation. So, then they decide that they gonna all, help her search or whatever, and we all coming in together
Right.
as a group. So now what did y'all think about this with Lottie? I think this is when she had told them like go ahead and
Yeah, and that's when her and Thaisa had the conversation because she was like
mhm
she's closer to the she's in tune more in tune with the forest than anybody else is,
mhm
and because she found Javi, hopefully she's hoping that she could find her, but she letting her know like, yo, I don't even have any I haven't been sleepwalking, so I don't
right
do
Right.
anymore now, thanks to you, and I'm glad.
mhm
So yeah.
yeah, she was kind of making it seem like I'm better, that other person is not here no more, and Lottie was saying she's not going and that's a good thing, something along them lines. And she was looking at her like, girl, I don't know what you talking about. It's a good thing. So yeah, she was, just like you said, saying she didn't really have that connection and she didn't feel like it was the same thing. Then she was like, well, I just so happened to find, Javi. So she really still don't fully believe that it was anything that really connected her there and brought her to him,
Hmm.
type of thing. And then we kind of transition and see, them in the present time, and they end up having a conversation here too, where I guess her relaxation thing was supposed to be her painting this cabin or house or whatever it
Yeah, but
was.
she was like,
She was
this isn't
pissed.
doing anything for me.
Right. She talking
Hmm.
about with a makeup brush. And what is this? It was gonna take her forever.
Yes, definitely would have been there forever, forever, forever,
Wasn't she
ever.
just doing the window panes or something though?
Oh,
I
was
don't
she?
know.
I
Like
don't know.
the side, the trimming of the window.
Nah, it looked like she was like in that
In the
middle section.
middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Hmm. And even here, she was kind of saying something similar to what she was saying when they were talking when she was younger. Cause well, no, she did let her know the dreams was back, right? Or the sleepwalking was back again. I think it was. And Lottie was saying like, all of this is happening for a reason. We was all brought back here for a reason. And I think she more so was telling her like instead of just trying to get rid of the other you or act like it doesn't exist and stuff like that, like maybe you need to embrace it type of thing. Hey
Right.
Yeah,
cinnamon.
she was saying you need to embrace it, but at the same time, in the back of her head, she like, well, damn, I'm having my visions again too.
Mm-hmm.
See, she's like looking at it with like just something's going on right now.
Right. Yeah,
Hey, cinnamon.
definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, they all definitely have their issues. So of course, I don't know if either one of y'all want to talk about this. This was kind of when Misty puts on her performance for the girls, and they say, "Don't worry about it. Go ahead and you go back, and we're gonna continue looking." But really, she just wanted to use that as a diversion, so she could try. And it made me laugh because she's like, "I'm not gonna let them eat you," because I don't think I had the screenshot for that. There was a conversation where they seemed like, well,
We
if she
find her.
is gone.
Look, she been out there in the cold, like I said last week. Didn't I say that?
Hmm.
Look, she's gonna be next.
Right.
Right.
Look.
Hmm. That made me laugh because Misty was like, "No, girl, I ain't letting them eat you." So she kind of wanted to find her before they could find her.
Mm-hmm.
But
She a
of course,
mess.
the snow was like way too deep. It was no way
Right.
that she was gonna be finding her. So
But it seemed like she didn't even go off of the cliff though to look for her.
I think she
I don't
went to
even
the.
think she was in the right area, but she was really close though. Because then when they showed like an aerial view,
Mm-hmm.
you could see that she was kind of like close. She
Oh, okay.
she was like let's say if she was over like to the left, the
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
body was like right in front of her, but a little over. So she was kind of close.
Okay.
I think I took a picture of that.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even
Ooh.
notice that because it just looked like it was so much. Because remember, she was already getting covered. Like while Misty was still out there, that snow was coming down so daggone
Mm-hmm.
hard. She was
Mm-hmm.
getting covered really fast. Mm-mm-mm.
Okay.
So, um, now of course, when she coming back up, she see Coach. Anybody want to talk about this
Ooh,
part?
child. This was a mess. It was a mess. But
She's
I, I
horrible,
really
yo.
I really like the scene though, because I was like, is he gonna do it? I thought the tension was so well done because I swear I thought he was gonna do it. But when she started crying, she got the actress, she put on the waterworks. I think she was really serious though, for real, for real. But
Yeah.
she was like, I can't have no more blood on my hands. So I was just like, I'm so glad that she kind of like appealed to him, because he looked like he was gone. Like his face, it looked like he had
Yeah.
made a complete decision to do that. So, child,
You know what
mm,
it was for me
what's that?
when he asked her to push him. I was like, yo.
Right,
And then her rebuttal was sick.
right. I
Yeah,
was just like,
definitely.
that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, that's just a crazy request in and of
Yeah, and then you
itself.
asking a kid to do that. You right, Cinnamon.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hmm.
I'm like, it
Well, at this
should
point, I
be
think that he's looking at Misty like, "Child, you was over here, drugging me." Like even what the girls have brought up, she done drug people, she done did other things. So why not? They all kind of, some of them don't have the full proof of everything, but then they know some other things she's done. So it kind of felt like, listen, why don't you help me out here? But she was like, "No, I cannot. I'm already getting blamed for the baby's death, and I'm already having all these other situations going on." Because he
You know,
was definitely looking like he was ready to go. I definitely agree, Nita. I felt like, wow, okay, coach about to do this. And it was like no matter what she brought up, he was like, "I don't care, then go do that." Because she told him she was gonna say he had got Shauna pregnant, that he had been trying to mess around with the rest of them. She was trying to say
mm-hmm.
everything she could. She was like, "We gonna eat you." He was like, "Okay, enjoy."
She said, "Yo, butt me." She said,
Yeah,
"I'm
because
gonna
she's like,
really
your
enjoy
butt
that."
me. When she said that, I was like, yo, she's out of control.
Yes. Like
Oh my god!
everything she was saying, he was at a point where he really didn't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. But for some reason, she did finally get through to him because she literally was like, "Oh, I'll tell them you get." He's like, "All right, then tell them that. Tell them
Right.
whatever you want to tell them."
She
He
said,
was
"I
just
said,
over it.
you was trying to get all of us pregnant." I said, "Oh,
Right. Yeah, definitely. I was like, "Oh man, coach is really."
he lives another day."
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Definitely was over it. So of course it was funny to me because everybody else kind of, attempted to do something. You had Shauna with the goat, you had Misty with the water tank, you had Todd doing her little painting, and then I think with this part she was about to put like something on the a wood thing or whatever. And Van just basically ended up going to her truck and getting a damn bottle out and was like, "Girl, y'all over here doing all this stuff." Because I kept saying, "Wait, what was Van's thing she did?" So
No, I remember
you
she
know,
said she didn't want to participate.
right? She didn't want to be bothered.
Hmm.
So what did y'all think about little interaction these two had here?
The little smoochy smooch.
She Thaisa loves her, but she wanted this life to be in the public eye, and Van didn't want this.
Hmm.
Van wanted to have a nice, quiet life. They lived a nice, quiet life, being lovers together, and that's that.
Right.
Did not
Hey,
want.
Shannon.
Hey,
Hey,
Shannon.
yeah. So I don't know. With this, I feel like she got when she told her what was going on with her. And remember, we thought it was her when she found the medication, and then she was saying it was for a friend.
Hmm.
Right.
But now
Yeah,
she's
something in that story definitely didn't feel right to me. I felt like she was lying about something of it, but I didn't know what. So we definitely got the reveal with this because I felt like was Thaisa saying like, "Girl, if you give me some time, you know, I could work some things out, and like me and you could be back together again." Like, was she talking about
it sound
being?
like
Yeah.
That's what it
because it
sounds
looked
like.
like. Come on, that girl. Remember when she left? Look,
Yeah.
she's not even checking on her.
Hmm.
What's that accident happened? When she,
Exactly.
before she caught the hitchhiker trucker, when she was
Hmm.
hitchhiking and hitched the truck.
Hmm.
We didn't know everything was touch and go with her fiance, with her own wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything was touch and go to bake. Where's the kid? Who's
Right.
watching the little
Exactly.
boy?
And that's crazy because with her career as a politician, ain't nobody
Ain't
looking
nobody
for
looking.
Right.
her. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
I
And
don't know.
remember
Hold
that
up.
they
Wait a
even
minute.
gave in
Hold
they
up.
Cell phone.
they phones, and I think Lottie had told them like some kind of emergency number. But even when she's had the phone this whole time, I
She
haven't
has
seen her reach out to nobody. We've been talking about that the last
exactly
couple of weeks too.
Right.
facts, yo.
So yeah, and then of course that's when Van was like, "Girl, I don't have time," and she thought she was just talking like in general, but then it's like, "No, I got the big C, girl."
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle,
Mm.
thanks for coming through.
Right. Hey,
Hey,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah. And so this is the what I was talking about, the reveal of the big
Mm-hmm.
C.
Yeah, this is
And
sad, yo.
yeah, and she said she had a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's why I feel like
She said she
something
don't
big
have
is
time.
Right. Yeah.
might be getting ready to happen with her character, especially. Like,
Do you think
Mm-hmm.
she was being honest with her?
hmm,
Or do you
I
think she
like
told
this.
her that because to see if she try to make the best of what little time they do have?
Hmm. I mean, that's a good question, but I
Yeah.
thought it was real. I wouldn't play about anything like that. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
see
felt like it
Van
was
doing
real.
that.
I felt like she wasn't gonna tell her at first, and then it was just like, "Girl, no, listen," because she was even like, "Well, when the heck was you gonna tell me?" She said, "Well, I would have never told you. It wasn't like we was dealing with each other. I ain't seen you since God knows when. You just popped
Mm-hmm.
up." So I
Right.
really don't think she ever had any intention of telling her. But then it was just kind of like, no, before you even start getting it in your head and thinking that
Mm-hmm.
this is something where we can,
Right.
reconnect and try to build something, like that's not happening. Um,
Right.
Cinnamon says, what's the status of the wife? Is she, yeah, she was in the ICU,
She
girl. We
wasn't
don't know. That's
ICC,
the thing.
ICU. Yeah,
We
but
ain't seen no
we didn't hear
updates.
anything.
Where is Steve? It's like,
Right.
Yeah. Shoot, Steve missing. We don't know what happened with the boy cinnamon.
Exactly.
And now we don't even everything when she left, everything was touch and go. Did she go? You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
right.
Hmm.
Hopefully, what do we have? 8, 9, 10. Hopefully, we'll get that tied up and they won't leave
I
that.
hope so.
I hope so. I hope they don't leave that open
Right, yeah.
because
I
that looks
think by next
kind of
week
crazy.
they'll all probably be, going back home or whatever, and each one of them will be dealing with, whatever and we'll see something. I would hope so.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It
Cause
does feel
she's
like a pacing issue. It does feel like I heard a couple people say it last week, but I was
mhm,
like, well, we got some reveals, but now here again, we're still kind of like trekking not the same thing, but we're not getting anything new. We're not getting the old plot holes addressed and stuff like that.
mhm.
So, and now I can see the pacing issue that people were saying. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, Steve is the dog sentiment.
definitely. So, child, listen, when this part came up, I immediately thought about Nita because I felt like, I was like, wait a minute, the doctor here didn't look like that, and this in the office didn't look like this. Like, it was off to me immediately when they was talking. And then, of course, as the conversation goes more, it started getting even weirder, even before the big reveal. But I thought about you as soon as they showed this part. Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all could talk about this part. No, leader, you want to start? Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna start with it because
Hmm.
I don't think that she is taking her medication again.
I think so
So
too. I could agree.
she's kind of like
Going in and out of
slowly,
stuff.
yeah, she's kind of like spiraling, and
Hmm.
she's trying to hold on to a little bit of the sanity, but as she continues not taking her medicine, you see little things like these hallucinations about the bees and all the blood that was on her hands and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Now this is the second time with this therapist,
Hmm.
pseudo therapist, and the stuff that they're talking about, I'm like, you know what? I don't even think I really listened to this conversation, so I know you'll probably break it down, but it's just a sign that she's becoming unstable herself. So
Yes,
yeah.
it is a sign that she's becoming unstable, and it's I want to kind of say like she's getting a lot of paranoia from
Mm-hmm.
everything,
Yeah.
and she that therapy session when she got, I don't want to go too far. I feel like what she was discussing when once she started getting closer and closer to the final reveal,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I was like, nah, she's gone now because
Wow.
I'm I'm trying to figure out how can I say it. She's the things she said, her therapist said when she was in the woods, she's like, why are we all meeting here?
Mm-hmm.
And she said when she was in the woods, that was her purest form of herself. And then that's when we see, I don't look, is it okay for me to that's when we see the whole antler queen situation come
Right.
into the picture.
Yeah.
So who was that under the antlers?
Yeah,
Because
that's what I want to know because, like I said, I started noticing. Like I said, as soon as the scene came, I thought about it. I was like, okay, wait a minute, and then I'm like, wait a minute, because this don't look like. But I was like, I need to go back and watch that episode. But the first thing I said was, this don't look like the same office, and I said, I don't remember the therapist looking this way when they were
mhm,
showing her from the front and then the side. I said, I felt like her hair was short and now it's kind of long or whatever. Those were just like the first things. And then I don't know if y'all touched on this, but when they was even having the conversation, Lottie was saying, like, on the one hand, I feel like we was all, brought here together for a reason and they're all here now. But on the other hand, we did so many bad things. We was kind of destructive with each other. And the therapist started saying, oh, that's a good thing. And you supposed to do bad things, like that type of thing. I'm paraphrasing, but that's when she started looking at her weird, like, what are you saying? What are you talking about here?
Right.
that's when she made the comment about her being her purest form of herself.
Right.
So
And
to me,
and then that's when we
that
seen,
person under there looked like that's Lottie with the hair.
yeah, she started looking around. I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hey,
Lottie does
Kendall
have
B.
that color,
Yes, we've been
hair color.
talking about this every week. We here every Monday at 6. We loving Yellowjackets. We
Mhm.
trying to get more people into it because it's really a good show.
Hey
Thanks for
Kendall
coming
B, what
through.
up?
And I would hate for it to get canceled because people aren't watching.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
I think it's
Candy
been they
Love.
season 3 is in production now.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, season 3 is in production.
Because I
I
mean, can
just
you imagine them leaving us on a cliffhanger, thinking they're going
Yes.
to get another
Hmm.
season and it doesn't get renewed?
Yeah, because that's what make me skeptical about starting new shows sometimes. There's a lot of shows that I was reviewing when I first started my channel that did not come back, at least five of
yeah.
them.
Look, we
So
was doing
that be
City
the
on the Hill,
side.
and now they saying it's not coming back,
Hmm.
and that
Right.
was a
But
good
I think
show.
it is a lot of people that be watching, but I don't hear as much people talking about it like this season as I did the first season. And
Right.
I've been getting some of my friends that wasn't into it. My sister binged the first season and was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm here for this."
Mm-hmm.
So Candy Love, yes, I would definitely say check this one out. You will not regret it. Uh, Wait a minute.
Ah, the
It's
writer's
Akashia.
on pause
strike.
because of the writer's
We
strike.
do
Yeah,
have
it's
Okay,
the
gonna be
writer's
a
strike.
lot of shows on
on
pause
pause.
because of the
P
white writer's
Valley.
strike.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be another issue.
Jesus.
Monica M says if you notice every time she sees the therapist, they have on the same color shirt. I didn't notice
I
that.
think it's different therapists she went to that she's seeing. It's not the same person.
Mm.
The person who wrote that, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
No, if I'm wrong, I could be wrong though.
Yeah, because I didn't notice with the last session, like Nita pointed out, she felt like it was all in her head, how it was dim and all of that. I didn't catch that one, but then in hindsight, after she said it, I was like, well, you probably right because the first initial
Was
visit,
bright.
it was bright. It did seem like she was in a whole nother place because I remember she told them that she had to leave to go to an appointment. That's when she gave Natalie the keys, and that therapist was saying that normally she only come in like every couple of months and that her normal therapist was out of town for something. So she was like, well, what are you doing here? Because you're here a little bit earlier than usual. And then all of a sudden we seeing her back to back still talking with the therapist. So
Right, right.
I was like, all right now. So Nita was definitely right on with that one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I had said earlier, I don't know if you heard me, that as she's continuously off her medication,
Mm-hmm.
she's like becoming more and more unstable. But
Mm-hmm.
if we're talking about some kind of supernatural thing or some kind of
Right.
for that is when you're most vulnerable, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when they, like the plan may be coming into place the way it's supposed to because of whatever is happening. So I think
Right.
it's on the right course to what it's supposed to be going to. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh,
Yeah, that definitely spooked the hell out of her because then I think somebody knocked at the door after that. And when she looked again, she in her daggone office by herself and nobody's there. I was like,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah. I think these are her thoughts manifesting, like she's
Yes.
like whatever she's trying to tell herself or convince herself of or something
Hmm.
like that. I think that is basically what this is. She's not at a therapist's office.
Right.
She's not.
Yeah, definitely. That was interesting. Now, in the meantime, these ones was out here getting drunk. Now, it was funny because Natalie was actually trying to be the serious one and be like, we all gathered here, we may as well take advantage and get
Hmm.
into this. I thought it was
Hmm.
bull crap at first too, but I've been getting stuff out of it. And the whole time she talking, they passing this bottle around that van. Either one of y'all want to talk
And
about
probably
that?
with some moonshine.
I thought no, it was like I don't know if it was whiskey. I think it was whiskey or something because it was a
Oh,
big bottle,
okay.
and they was drinking. And you know what? Usually when we if we go back in the past, Nat was the one
Hmm.
was the drinker. She was drinking
Hmm.
from when they was teenagers.
Right, right,
And
right.
she's here clean, sober, ready
Right.
to talk things out and talk about
Hmm.
everything. And they like, nah, we not ready to go there yet. So let's have fun.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you're right. It was tequila because at one point Misty
Hmm.
said, I don't even usually drink tequila or like tequila, but this one is smooth. Something along them lines.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it
Yeah.
was whiskey or
Hmm.
tequila. I know it was a big bottle of it,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Because
And
I
it's
was
turned
thinking
up.
that it was, some type of moonshine or something that Van made
That's
at
what I
first,
thought
but
hmm
Mhm.
Right.
That was funny though. She
I
was
thought it
like,
was like
yeah.
they need to be able to let their hair down after all the trauma that they went through and possibly will be going through. Just like a
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
nice little happy little scene. I was like, just yes, because you know how you just want to get loose and just let it
Exactly.
out. You know what I'm saying? So I like the scene. I'm sorry if I cut
Mhm.
anybody off.
No,
No,
it's
you
okay.
didn't. You good.
Yeah, I liked it too. I was
Oh,
like, okay, I got a nice little chuckle out of that. I was like, yeah, y'all might as well go ahead and get it in, you know. Yeah.
Right.
okay, Candy Love. You want to know what Yellowjackets is about? I'm going to give you a brief synopsis.
Okay.
This is
Mhm.
about. It's the story takes place in like it starts in 98 in 1998. It's a high school soccer team, girls soccer team, and they go to nationals. But they her one of the girls that's on the team is a rich her father's a rich person. He charters a plane and the plane crashes and the girls are stranded in the wilderness for 18 months. So
Mhm.
what it does is it does the flashback of when they were lost in the woods, and then we see them in today's time, which is 2000, this right now. So
Mhm.
it's a good story. We see the transitions of the characters becoming from teenagers to adults,
Mhm.
and their accuracy with the cast is amazing. So
Absolutely.
the accuracy with the cast is amazing. Amazing cast, both young and old. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
younger version and the older version. I shouldn't have said old like that, but
Mhm.
yeah. So it's a good series.
Yeah.
I
It
like it
is,
so
and they
far.
go through a lot of stuff. Because imagine you, and I don't even want to imagine that because I don't know if y'all know, but I'm scared to fly. I've only flown like 3 times. I'm trying to get out that fear now. But your plane crashed, and then you survive, but you stuck somewhere for like, you know what I'm saying, 19 months. That's almost 2 damn years. And people think
Mhm.
you gone, but you still
Mhm.
living. So just
Crazy.
imagine the craziness that happens out there.
So
Right.
Candy, we in the second season,
Hey,
Yes.
but
cuz. Thank you for coming through.
Yes.
I
I
hope
love
you get
you.
on board and watch this. Season one is already on. It's on
hmm
available on Showtime. Check it out.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it's on Showtime.
Great synopsis, Moochie.
Yes,
Yes,
thank
that's the
you.
perfect breakdown. So of course, at this point, Lottie come out there and she telling them, "I think y'all should leave." She done got spooked now.
Yup, she ready. She thought she was gonna come out there. They thought she was gonna come out there and be dancing in a circle and drinking with them. They went totally left after that.
hmm
Oh,
Right.
Yeah,
so
they was telling her like, "Come on and drink with us." I'm trying. I'm getting a little bit better, okay? But I do have to knock myself out to get on the plane. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Oh, you like
I have
GA?
such a bad fear of flights. I was always like, I'm not a bird. I'm not meant to be in the sky. But I know it's places I want to go that if I don't get on the plane, I'm not gonna get there. So
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
I'm
y'all,
working through
can
it.
you read Cinnamon's comment, please?
um, cinnamon.
She's like, do y'all?
Okay. Do y'all believe Natalie? Um, like is she serious? Wait.
Is she getting into this style of
Dallas
the
therapy.
serious? Is she serious getting into the style of therapy?
Hmm.
I
I
don't
think to a
know.
certain degree she is because I think she's grasping at anything now after
Mhm.
she realized everything that happened with Travis and all the putting the blame on herself. So I think she kind
Mhm.
of reaching for anything now and is feeling desperate. I don't know what y'all think.
I
Yeah,
kind
I
of agree
think
with
so.
that because I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that because she's at a wit's end. Keep in mind, they caught her. They caught her when she was about to delete herself. So that's what
Right.
I'm thinking.
Candy
Right.
loves that. Okay. This is based on 18 months in the woods
And,
without. Yeah, girl. And a
and
lot
then
of
we
craziness be
go
going
forward
on while
to.
they be out there.
We go
Yep, and
forward
we
to.
half the stuff that we seen, half the stuff we haven't even seen that has happened
Yeah.
because they show you some of the stuff that happened in the first scene, but we haven't even got to understand how they got to that place.
Right.
It's a also I want to say it's a combination. If you have read the book Lord of Flies, and you seen the
Mm-hmm.
movie Alive, it's a
Yes.
combination between that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So of course, they convince her like, come on, chill, have drinks with us or whatever. And then we go back, child. Do y'all
Hey,
want to talk about
Monique.
this? Who want to go
Mm,
first?
Shauna
This
is a
is
beast.
Shauna
She's a
basically
beast.
goes off.
Well, I briefly talked about it earlier, so I want Moochie to start. So
Oh, this was crazy, yo.
insane.
I'm surprised. Well, you know what? We talked about it. I can't remember who I was talking about it with, but I'm trying to figure out how the rest of the team let this go that far.
Yes, we
When
Yeah.
was talking
nobody
about
pulled
it
her
last
off
night.
of
Matter
her
of fact,
to
yeah,
stop it. They know that
right.
they supplies is limited. Why would you let this happen? I
Right.
know this girl is angry. I know she has, lost her child, but no. This was
Yeah,
That was
this
out
was
of order.
all sorts of messed up.
Yeah.
yeah,
I said, child, I said, at least let me turn over and you hit my back. Like, no, you
But
ain't
y'all,
gonna
I
be
was
hitting
afraid
this
when she
girl.
was
You're not
kicking
gonna hit
her.
that.
yeah.
I was afraid when she was kicking her in her back like that, yo.
That was
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
it felt like she was at the inch of about to be out of here.
Oh yeah, she
Out
absolutely.
of
was.
here.
She was, and then when she called her name body, and once she saw her spoke, how she walked, how she just was like, "All right, I'm good. She
That's
Right.
ain't going."
crazy. That's why I was
That
like,
was
I said she is a little cuckoo. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand the stages of grief and stuff like that, but no, y'all definitely should have intervened. I think not beating that girl to the edge of her.
Yeah.
That was a lot. That
Yeah,
was
it was.
But now we gotta see her.
Hey, Monique.
Now we gotta see her recuperate,
Yeah.
because
yeah,
we're gonna have to see what they do with her in this next episode. Because
yeah.
this was crazy how they let her go take everything that she was angry about or out
Mm-hmm.
on her.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I definitely felt like somebody should have stepped in. There's no way in the world I could have stood there and watched that, because initially I think she had went up on Misty first, and then
Mm-hmm.
it was like Lottie stood in the way, and then of course she was accusing them. She still felt like y'all was over here eating on.
Mm-hmm.
And Lottie kind of told Travis, like, take Javi in the room or whatever. And I guess she said, I'll let her take her frustrations out on me. So she just was taking the hits.
Sure.
But then
Nah,
I
that
was
was
like, oh,
crazy,
no,
yo.
girl. Like,
That was
no.
Look,
crazy to me.
hindsight would be 2020. I bet you she didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yes.
That was crazy.
She literally was beating her to a daggone pulp. Like,
Yeah.
I said, damn, her face.
I couldn't stand by and watch that. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
That almost to me reminds me of how the kids be seeing something and they sitting up
Hmm.
there with their phones recording it.
Right, right.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah, for it to be a room full of them like that and all of them to just stand there and watch, I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
And then even she, felt like she snapped out of it for a minute, just saw red and went off. And then when she snapped back too, it was like, Lottie, Lottie. I said,
I don't
good.
like
That was
Shauna no more. I
crazy.
don't like her no more. I'm sorry.
That was crazy. I was just
It
like, the
was.
way she's a psychopath.
Oh, yes,
Exactly.
yes, yes,
And so if she
absolutely.
do get the silver bracelets on her wrist, I don't care. Because I am quite upset with her for that. I mean, I understand the grief and all that stuff, but girl, it had to be a better way than that.
Yeah. I was like, now nobody ain't gonna intervene at all. I mean, it was going and going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny child.
That was
Yeah, I
crazy
mean,
to
it
me.
was the only reason why she stopped is that she was too damn tired.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly.
That's
Hmm.
crazy. And what about the evil look when you saw her put her hands in the ice? Like, did it feel like you saw something? The music had turned eerie and she was kind of looking out the side of her eye. Did anybody catch that or think
Yeah.
anything about that?
Hmm.
Huh? Said it again.
I said, did anybody think anything about that? Like it could have been like she was like some kind of possession, like something, anything like that, or she
Nah,
didn't
I
feel
didn't
bad
think that. I
about it,
thought I
or
thought she was just angry about a lot of stuff. Can you highlight Nikisha Moore's comment? please? She said, remember Misty's baby shower gift performance from Steel Magnolias. I want to hit something and I
Mhm.
want to hit it high.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
when she
Perfect.
said that,
Perfect.
yeah, because
Yes.
she did
That
say,
was a
I want to
perfect
hit something.
foreshadowing.
That was perfect. I don't know because I feel like all of them, well, we know all of them have some evil in them. And then they
Mm-hmm.
say, whatever was out there makes them more evil. So I don't know if that adds to it. But listen, the situation and what happened with the baby and losing the baby and all that, that's enough to drive somebody crazy. So I don't take nothing away from that. But I still felt like the other ones should have been able to say, okay, this is going too far. And because she wasn't gonna snap herself out of it, she needed
Uh-uh.
somebody else to pull her back to daggone reality.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Monica said the group never gets involved with
Uh-huh.
Jackie or Shauna. They just follow. Yeah, but
Yes.
Jackie not here no more. And
Right.
the last time they didn't listen to Jackie, look what happened.
Mm,
Exactly.
Everybody was on Shauna's side.
yeah.
Yeah.
They end up, having roast Jackie.
Yeah. Definitely.
Roast Jackie with a Z.
Definitely agree with that. So of course, Shauna gets told that she has a phone call in the midst of them kind of partying and drinking, and she
Mm-hmm.
come and her husband. I said this last week, like, as long as we don't see nobody, we may have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
He
God.
like they found his remains.
No, like
So yeah,
that poor
yeah.
man, he don't look like he gonna make it.
Yes.
He
He's
don't look like he
stressed
gonna
out.
But
Right.
this is all his fault. If he didn't do that whole blackmail stuff, they wouldn't have
Mhm.
been so on edge and paranoid where this would have
Exactly.
happened.
Yeah,
With his silly
definitely.
behind, so he could get customers into that raggedy furniture store.
Yeah, this is a whole mess now. Now he's on the news. Before it was just a missing person.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Do
don't
y'all
know,
think
yeah.
Walter contributed to finding the body?
Mm,
Hmm.
it's a chance, but I don't really think so. I think they probably somebody maybe they was doing some type of construction or work there or
Mm.
something along them lines, and then they discovered him, and now we, putting two and two together like this may be the person that we was looking for. He's been found now, and now
Mm-hmm.
they got more evidence. And does
Yes.
that fall on Misty? Because remember, they came to help her, and then Misty told her that she was supposedly put in different parts and different areas, and she was taking care of that part, and that this was not going to be found. So,
She
So
did
what if
say
they
that.
found one part
right.
where it was able to identify him?
Mm.
Let me find out they found the head and they went through them dental records
Exactly. It wasn't the
and
teeth.
found his teeth. Let me find out.
Oh god.
Oh God, yeah, this is gonna be interesting, y'all. I definitely want to know what the heck is gonna happen now.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know she's not been good with the cops. She wasn't good, even when she was practicing with Misty, she wasn't good.
No, she
And she
wasn't. She
she
was
daggone sure
horrible.
wasn't good last week with them.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So now this is gonna get even crazier. And are they going to, you know, be into I don't know if they could tie Ty into it because was Toddy, I think Ty came, Misty came, and was it Natalie? I can't remember if Natalie was there too.
I want to say she was.
She
Yeah.
was there. It was
Right.
it was Ty, Misty, Natalie, and Shauna.
Hmm.
All
Yeah.
of them was there.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a whole mess. And you got your daughter involved in this nonsense.
True. True.
So,
And I'm like, that's just enough to send the man over the edge. So,
right. So
so
the
I
only
don't
ones
know.
that wasn't involved was Lottie and Van.
Right.
And I guess they gonna be finding out about this whole situation, next week.
Did
So
y'all see the preview? Oh my god.
yeah.
That's
I
why I
had to
think
watch it again because I really didn't get to see it good the first time.
yeah, that's why I'm not feeling too about him because of what
Hmm.
we saw. I think we're gonna see another self deletion type
Hmm.
situation go on.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because Moochie brung up a point about that last night, and I don't know if it's one of them taking their own souls out or if they taking somebody else out, but I know either way, this ain't gonna be good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm. So, what y'all think? What do y'all rate this episode? Put it in the comments. Let us know what, what I'm saying. If y'all got any predictions or anything that y'all think is going to happen, put that in the comments. Let us know what y'all, thought about this overall.
Yeah.
What would y'all rate
When
this
y'all do
episode?
Queen Charlotte, are y'all doing the whole series as a whole
Yes.
with spoilers?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, because we couldn't really, when Netflix
Right.
shows,
When
it's
you
hard
yeah,
to do the episode by episode anyway, but we just
right.
figured we would do like an overall view. And I think we're going to do the same thing with Love and Death. Once it's finished,
We're
just
gonna talk
talk
about it
about
in
it
a
like
whole.
overall. Yeah.
Well, count me in for Love and Death.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, please.
Yeah. That's good, y'all, too. I don't know if anybody's watching that. In Class of '09, I got to watch it last night. I think it's 2 episodes up for that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's an A
Okay.
plus for me.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
it so far.
All
Hmm.
right. Yeah.
I think I would go with like about a 7.5.
That's
Yeah.
what I went with.
Oh, Moochie said
I think that's
7.5
what
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Moochie said that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a good episode. I like the
Yeah.
way they peeling the layers back slowly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are taking their time. Like we
Yes.
said.
Yes. But yes, y'all, that's what we got. That was episode 7. Burial. Nita, you want to talk about anything you got coming up on your channel?
Yeah, so I'll be going live tonight with VKJ at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern time. So
Okay.
yeah.
Alrighty then.
And
Moochie.
I think it's about just what we want to see in episode 9 and 10 or for the rest of the season or something like that. So
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
Moochie, you want to talk about anything?
I'm just here. I don't got that much going on this week.
Yeah, I don't got
I
that much
am
going
I'm
on right now either. I know we will be talking about Queen Charlotte tomorrow. Me, Moochie, and just call me EJ. Like I said, we're gonna give an overall on
I
that.
know I'm doing Love and Death next, so that's what we was talking about doing
Yes,
that. We was
Love
talking
and
about
Death is
doing that in a
definitely
whole
gonna be coming up.
and the end of the month, don't forget we're doing Coolie High on my channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
Yeah,
always have
and
the
the shot coming back
throwback.
The
this
shot's coming
month.
back too.
This
Yes,
month. Okay.
I think they coming back. Some people saying the end of June, and then I heard July. So sometime
Yeah.
between
Oh,
then.
okay. Okay.
That's gonna be back on. I am gonna do reviews on that because I was reviewing it already. But y'all, I think it's time for them to say bye, bye, bye. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still gonna do my power, my regular power review for episode 9 will be Friday. The episode 10 will be next Friday. I have not watched the spoilers, and please don't come in my comments putting nothing about spoilers. People be putting spoilers on
Yeah,
stuff
they've
that
been
ain't
I
even
had to
got nothing
delete
to
a
do with the
couple.
show.
That's coming Friday too. So
Yeah.
soon as the episode drops, mine is dropping. Like
Yeah.
I'm giving everybody time to watch it and then drop it
Hmm.
that night. I didn't like the fact that
Somebody
they did
put
this whole
something that
spoiler
was a
thing.
spoiler inside my sister's video that was from a couple months ago. I said, what do this got to do with power? But anyway, y'all, we appreciate y'all coming out. Definitely. Cinnamon, Michelle, Monique, Kia, Candy Love. Make sure you check it out. I don't know if you still in here, Kendall P. Thank all of y'all, Monica M.
Yeah.
um, Shannon, Savannah. We appreciate
Kendall.
all of y'all. Anybody that comes on a replay, of course, let us know replay game that you came through, what your thoughts was on the episode and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And we will
Michelle.
see y'all guys.
Damn.
um, Child, I don't even know. My stuff be getting stuck. It really do. But bye y'all. Talk to y'all later. Toodaloo.